Hello everyone. So today our lesson will be about equivalent fractions. What is an equivalent fraction? What does that word equivalent mean? What do you think? So equivalent fractions name the same part of a whole. So, if I have 1/2, what's a fraction that's equivalent or equal to 1/2? Let's take a look at that fraction 1/2. Our numerator is 1, my denominator is 2, and 1 is exactly half of 2. So we need to name another fraction where the numerator is exactly half of the denominator. What about 2/4? We can also draw pictures to model. Here's 1/2. That's equal to, that's the same size as 2/4. One more detail I'm going to add for you is that two fractions are equivalent, they're the same, if they are the same size or at the same point on a number line. Let's look at some more examples. Another way you could find equivalent fractions, let's say I have 3/5. One thing you can do to the numerator and denominator is multiply. We're going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number, and it can be any number. I'm going to go with 2. 3 times 2 and 5 times 2. So 3 times 2 is 6, 5 times 2 is 10, so 3/5 is equivalent to 6/10. Let's do 9/12. This time, instead of multiplying, we need to find something that they can both divide by. These can both be divided by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So 9/12 is equal to 3/4. Now let's look at our workbook page. In 1 through 4, find the missing number. So we have some missing numerators up here to fill in. So just like the examples I showed you, you can either multiply or divide to find a new numerator and a new denominator. So let's look here. What did they multiply 4 by to get to 8? 4 times 2, it looks like. So that means I need to do 1 times 2. 1 times 2 is 2, so 1/4 equals 2/8. Let's look at another one. 9/12. And this time, this new denominator says 4. So we're getting smaller, so we know that we're going to divide this time. What can we divide by to get from 12 to 4? It's going to be 12 divided by 3. So we need to do 9 divided by 3. And that's going to be 3/4. Okay. On the front, I want you to do 3 and 4. And then stop at number 10. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do a quick example here on number 5. It asks you to multiply to find an equivalent fraction. So you can multiply by anything. Let's multiply times 3. So 1 times 3 is 3, so that's our new numerator. 3 times 3 is 9, so 1/3 is equal to 3/9. Here at the bottom on number 9, this is asking you to divide. So you need to find a number that they are both divisible by. If it's an even number, like 8/12, those are both even numbers, what could it be divided by? We can divide it by 2, so let's divide by 2. 8 divided by 2, so we're cutting that number in half, that's 4. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So 8/12 is equal to 4/6. When you're done with this, on the back, you're going to do 17, 19, 21, and 23. I'm going to show you a couple more things. One thing that I've made for you and that I'm going to post in Google Classroom is some digital fraction bars, because we've worked with these in class before, but we don't have any at home with us. So I made it on Google Slides for you. So I want you to explore with our digital fraction bars. I want you to find some fractions that are equivalent. So you can rearrange them, just click and then drag it out to the side. Move this out of the way. Let's find some fractions that are equal to 1/2. So you can just test it out. Let's see, if I were to drag the 5th pieces, would these be equal to 1/2? No, that doesn't line up correctly. It needs to be the same size. Let's try another one. What about the 4ths? 1/4, 2/4. Yes, that lines up equally, so 1/2 is equal to 2/4. Let's find another one. Let's go to 1/8. We're going to see, oopsie, if it'll let me. Let's try this one. How many 8 pieces will equal 1/2? That's 2, 3, and then 4. So 4/8 equal 2/4 and 1/2. So this is for you to explore. You can use it while you're doing your assignments or the Google Classroom assignment, okay? So I want you guys to find equivalent fractions with our digital fraction bars. So remember, just click and drag. Let's look at our Google Classroom assignment now. find it really quick. Equivalent fractions. Here it is. Equivalent fractions using number lines. So over here to the right, you're given a fraction and you have a dot. It wants you to put on this number line where that fraction would go. So let's look at this number line. I want you to see how many pieces is this number line divided into. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to put 1/4. You'll click and drag this if it will let me. There we go. Sorry about that. It's being a little difficult. Right there on the 1/4 line. Now move the point to 1/3 on the number line. So this number line here at the bottom is divided into thirds. So now we're comparing these 2 points on a number line. Are they equivalent? So how do we decide if they're equivalent? Are they lined up exactly? Are they in line with each other? No. So are they the same size? No. So that is how you will complete the Google Classroom activity. Look at the fraction over here and click and drag your point to it, and then do the same for the second one, and then you need to decide if they are equivalent. Are they at the same distance from 0 on the number line? Are they the same size? Okay, keep up the good work. Don't forget to use your fraction bars, and let me know if you have any questions. Y'all are doing awesome.